Hello boys and girls, welcome back to another video. I'm Octopus and today we are running the Thunder, the premium tier 10 UK BB. But first thing first, as always guys, every kind of support is appreciated, so leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below if you like, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, everything you already know. This particular video will not be focused on the ship itself, but on the movements, because I will not play the Thunder at its best. I will not play it like it should be played, but just keep an eye on what is the enemy doing. Here we spot an Ibuki, we switch to AP. I'm running expert loader, so I can switch shell type in 11 seconds. We take a pot shot. I think I didn't lead enough, or maybe it was just some bad dispersion, but only one shell hit, but it scores a citadel actually. So what we are doing here is going towards the ACAT. We switch back to HE and we start farming those BBs that are pushing. The Thunder is one of the most overpowered ship in the game at this moment, because it has very good long range accuracy, has very good AP, while for example Conqueror and Lion have worse AP because the shell fuse is different and they tend to not score as much citadels as the Thunder. But Thunder has also great HE. With these 455mm caliber guns, your fire chance is extremely high, is well over... I'm not sure about the fire chance though, I'll have to check this. But yeah, it has great concealment, has a great reload, everything basically you could wish for. The only thing the Thunder is not good at is brawling, because she doesn't have particularly good firing angles on the turrets and has a very weak armor if you give broadside. But besides that, it's a great ship, it's an amazing ship. It is actually, I think, the best damage farmer in the entire game. I think it's even better than Smolensk, because Thunder can shoot constantly. She doesn't rely on any particular consumable like Smolensk for smoke. And here what you end up doing pretty often is just stay in the backline and firing HE at angled targets, because yeah, it has insanely good AP, but sometimes it's better to shoot HE at some targets. As you can see, we have only what is it, 15 hits and already 6 fires, and the first hit was actually an AP citadel, so you can see how easily is the damage going up. So we are roughly 5 minutes into the game, we almost reached 100k damage already. But look at the minimap. The enemy team has how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ships around A and only 4 around C. We already lost 2 DDs. There goes our third one. So we basically have no vision right now, we have no spotting. We are one cap down because they will for sure cap the A cap. And at this point, the enemy team doesn't really have to do anything special to win this game. They only have to wait for us, because we will be forced to make a move, to do something, because we can't stay here and just like I'm doing, because at some point we will lose vision of these guys. Plus, there is a cyclone kicking in less than 1 minute, so we'll have to do something. But the one thing the enemy team shouldn't do is push into us, because there's absolutely no reason to do that for them. They have more than 200 points advantage, they hold 2 cap, we don't have any DD left, so virtually we don't have any chance to bring back this game. So here I'm looking for some shots on these BBs that used damage con previously, but as I said, we lost all our DDs and we are losing vision of the enemies. There goes the Friesland, our first kill, but this is not enough. Now the cyclone is kicking in, so I know that I will no longer have vision of any of the enemy ships, so it is pointless for me to stay here, so I'm moving. Here I'm doing something that usually I would never recommend to anybody. I'm doing this route, which will virtually block us from shooting to enemy ships. But at this point, this is the only thing I can do to approach the enemy, because inside the A cave there is a Benson and I don't have any tool to spot him. So yeah, we are doing this kind of a dumb move, which is going along the 1 line. Yeah, but as I said, this is not a commentary on how to play the Thunder, but how, well, to be fair, what not to do when you are winning, basically. There goes our Cleveland.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
So look at the point lead. They have almost 700 points, we have barely 300. We lost 5 ships, they lost only 1 DD. And there is the Cyclone. So in a few minutes, if nothing changes, this game will be over. Here I switch to AP because I'm expecting to face something. I'm possibly debuking or maybe broadside Kurfürst, I don't know. On the other flank, we can see that our ships that are on sea, they are trying to do something aggressive, which is pushing into sea, because we have to do something, we have to contest sea, we have to stop the enemy point income. And we are trying to do something as well on this flank. Here we spot the Benson. Luckily we have a AP loaded instead of HE. We scored only 3 hits, out of 8 shells from 3 kilometers. I really don't know how this is fair, but yeah, this is it. We angle in because yeah, there will be torpedoes coming towards us. We end up eating 4 of them. And now that the Benson used all his torpedoes, we'll push and we will proxy detect him inside his smoke. And this is the Benson. Meanwhile, we lost another ship, so we are 6 ships against 10. The enemy has 820 points, and they are even contesting B. So this game will be over soon. Here we spot a Kurfürst. I really don't know why she's not pointing her guns towards us, because she knows that we are here, and she could also pop Hydro to see us, but no. So we fire AP. This is 22k that are going. You see that those BBs, the 3 of them are pushing into A. I'm not sure why. The Jambard, Amagi and Kerfoot are pushing into this full HP Yamato of us. And this is absolutely nonsense, because I can understand that you see that the game is won and you want to win harder so you can have a better result, but this is not the way you do that, because the game is not over yet. The match is not over, and this is starting to look like a very big throw from the enemy team. So the Yamato finishes the Jambard. We are assisting him with the curve first. We finish the curve first, and we score also Arsonist and High Caliber on the way. So from those 3 ships, 3 battleships that were pushing into A, 2 are dead, and the 3rd one is almost dead as well. So here I try to see if I can finish the Amagi for the Yamato. It seems she's going down anyway. Yeah, there she is. And yeah, this Ibuki also, I'm not sure what he is doing. There's a Cyclone King. He could just accelerate and escape from us. He puts at least 8 kilometers of distance between us and him, but instead he is just stationary there, and he's happily shooting HE at us. But this is not something you want to do. Sit stationary in front of a Thunderer at less than 8 kilometers of range. So from the situation we were speaking before, do you remember the 6 ships against 10 with, I don't know, 500 points lead? In a couple of minutes, we are 4 of us against 3 of them. We almost even the score, and we are also taking the cap, so we will eventually have the cap advantage. Why? Because the enemy wanted to win harder, basically, and some players were not satisfied with the results probably and wanted to have a better score, but instead they threw their match because they were only a couple of minutes away from the victory. Of course, now we are a little bit out of position. We have to regroup with our teammates on this flank that did a very, very good job. You will see in the final scoreboard, this Yamato and this Moskva played very well, especially the Yamato. So now what the 3 enemy ships have to do right now is cap B and then just hold it, possibly flee from B, because they will still have the point advantage. This Buffalo is pushing in towards the Montana. You can see on the minimap. It also spots the Fletcher, so we know all the enemy positions. I think the Buffalo is pretty much dead at this point, but I'm hoping he can kill the Fletcher before he dies. This will be the best thing he can do right now. This Moskva, I'm not sure if he's radaring or not. Yeah, he's radaring and he's shooting the Puerto Rico. Buffalo goes down and the Fletcher is still alive. So now the enemy still has a very big advantage. I know, Moskva now pops his radar. We're still too far away from seeing the enemy.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
The enemies just have to flee away, kite away, and we will struggle to get inside B and turn around the point in time. Because as you can see, we are less than 5 minutes short, and enemy has more than 150 point advantage. Here I'm not sure why I was still holding on my AP. I should have switched to HE because the Montana is clearly bow in towards us, and I should have switched earlier. So this is very... I think I was kind of sleeping here. I was a bit lazy. So only now we switch to HE and we can shoot this Monty. But the dispersion trolls us very hard. So only 4 shell hit and only 2 penetrations. At this point I'm in a bit of a crossfire between the Puerto Rico and the Monty. If this Puerto Rico was smart, he would have pushed towards my right flank and he could have blapped me with his AP, but instead he chooses to just play very safe and go behind the island, putting himself out of the battle and leaving this Monty alone, basically, against the 3 of us. So I can angle a bit towards the Monty, so we don't risk to get citadeled. But he doesn't seem to be interested in us. We spot a Fletcher that I think he might try to YOLO me. So I'm holding my fire and I'm looking for what he's doing. But no, he changes his plan, changes course. The Montana goes down on the other flank. But the enemy still has the point advantage. The only thing they have to do is to try to get into cover and go away right now. But instead, no, the Fletcher is peeking out for some reason. And there he goes. Now this Puerto Rico has no more chances to win because we are 3 against 1. We shoot HE at him, we score an 11k volley. I didn't switch to AP because Puerto Rico has this insanely trolly citadel, so I prefer to shoot HE at him. But now I switch to AP because he seems to have an unsaturated stern, so I hopefully can pen this. And this is game over. So here are the final results. We ended up with 4 kills, almost 242k damage. We achieved Wither, Arsonist, Confederate, Dreadnought and High Caliber. We ended up second in the team. Very well done to our Yamato, and also very well done to the Moskva that provided a very good support. We damaged, we dealt 147k on this curve first, mostly with HE and then with AP when she pushed into the cap. We tanked only 1.3 millions. We absorbed a little bit more than 10k damage. You can do much better. And the credit earnings are okay-ish, 365k, not that much. We were also running a modifier for the plus 20%. So yeah, this is it. Okay, here we are with our Thunderer. As I was saying before, HE shells fire chance 63%. So with every volley you land from, let's say, 4 to 5 shells. You have almost a guaranteed fire on the enemy ship. So this is one of the biggest strengths of this ship. Speaking of the upgrades, you can't really choose anything, just run premium consumables. Upgrade wise, turret survival, you can also choose the increased duration for damage control party if you have it, the whole upgrade. Here I choose to have some more tankiness. You could run also the extend defensive fire modification 1 duration, but your AA is not great, so extending this will not benefit you that much. Here you can choose, I prefer to run the aiming system modification 1 to buff even more my dispersion, but you can also choose to buff your AA. This is up to you. And here you can choose very well this. You can choose tankiness. I choose propulsion because I used to stay sometimes in the backline firing HE, so when someone aims at you, you want your acceleration to be ready, and you want to avoid most of the shells coming towards you. Then for concealment, absolutely don't run this on any ship, basically just ignore it. And then you should run main battery modification 3 for better reload. You don't really need this because you already have 24.3 kilometers of range. I think you have more than enough to just play. Captain skills. If you have Jack Dunkirk, you can run Jack Dunkirk for the better expert marksman. But yeah, this is not that mandatory. Like for example, Yamamoto Isoroku on Yamato. Thunder turret reverse speed is good enough. My build is priority target, expert marksman, superintendent, concealment expert, fire prevention, basics of survivability, and then I have expert loader and preventive maintenance. Well, this build is not, I'm not telling you that this is the best, because for example I'm not running AR, for example. So if you want, you can switch basics of survivability or I don't know, superintendent, and also preventive maintenance. You can have 4 spare points and you can go for example Jack of all trades, the enhanced one of Jack Dunkirk for example, and adrenaline rush. So I don't know, it is really up to you. I chose this build because I'm not running this upgrade because I'm running propulsion, so I kind of compensated this with running basics of survivability. But yeah, this is up to you. You can figure out which is your best configuration for the Thunder. Anyways guys, this was the commentary. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below if you want, share the video, share the channel, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I will see you next time.